I'm Mitch LaFon from Rock Talk with Mitch LaFon. You are listening to the Shout It Out Loudcast with Tom and Zeus. Listen, I preferred when Jerry was part of the team, but hey, whatever. This one's unholy.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons.
Put that cookie down.
Kiss.
Stop pressing the buttons.
Stockbroker Simmons.
Star?
Paul Stanley.
Is that what he does? Stop shouting.
My name is Ace Riley.
He's not what you would call a handsome man.
Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay.
All right.
I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow.
Why? Why do that to the fans? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them.
That's what are you talking about? 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus with another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 184. We're calling this one Gene Simmons Moneybag Sodas.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gene's not here for this one.
Yes.
Not yet, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's good
one-
stuff. It's
yeah,
good stuff.
One of the things I wonder, though, is if he does make his pitch to people and they're all serious in the boardroom.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, so we will send you 10,000 bottles to distribute. And they're like, okay, this is the price. This is that. Okay, we got a deal. We got a deal. All right, nice. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Starts dripping blood all over their boardroom. And they're like, what the fuck?
Most definitely.
Gene, do you drink this stuff?
Most definitely.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Tom, it's into August.
I know. God damn.
The back to school shit is all over the place. Unbelievable.
For me, big time. I got
Yeah.
my son shipping off in a week.
Oh,
Oh,
reminiscent of 1991 when
God.
some loud Italian guy goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm not playing this song to me." And I'm like, who the fuck is that asshole over there?
here, sir.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
It be me.
yeah, and all of a sudden, Hot in the Shade. You're a Kiss fan?
Let's be friends.
Yes. There'll be a thing called podcast later on. Look me up in a few years. All right.
You're saying people will listen to us talk about Kiss? Oh, yeah.
As opposed to us trying to hook up with chicks in our dorm rooms. Going, yeah. And then they took the makeup off, right? Maybe someday they'll put it back on. We wish that. But even so, we're wishing for it. Me and my buddy over here, we're going to put Kiss makeup on in 1994 and go to the Halloween party like that.
Look, girls, Kiss tards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. You heard me.
Oh, no. Let's
I'm
not
sorry.
start that up.
I'm sorry.
That's
Actually, am I? No, of course I'm not.
Well, of course you're not.
Of course I'm not.
So, Tom, as we usually do, we go backwards before we go forward. We go back and discuss what we did last week. And
Mhm.
last week we did an episode discussing the latest off the soundboard. This is the reunion tour. And this one was in Boston, Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Close. Donington. Same thing. Close.
All right.
Yeah.
In England. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Do not say anything negative
I won't.
about
I promise I won't.
about the
I won't.
uh,
I love.
about
I
the
love.
princess.
I love the princess. I love her.
Wow.
I love her.
So do I.
Most
All right.
definitely.
Yeah. She's a cute, nice, petite lady.
She's looking good.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
All right. So we did a poll, right?
Yes, we did. Yes. So we tried to get a little creative with this one. So because this was revolving around the reunion tour 96, we asked the question, when the reunion started, which of these was the most iconic part of the show to return?
Yes.
So the options were Gene spitting blood, Paul's quote unquote classic stage banter.
What kind of banter?
Classic. Yes, that's why we put it.
Well, I thought he does.
He's always done the banter. Didn't you see Animalized Live Uncensored? Yes. That's why we said classic, dummy.
Like, Ace Frehley. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. You know what's funny about that? So, by the way, so the other options were Ace's guitar solo and Peter's drum solo. And I said to Zeus, before we published the poll, I said, I'm telling you right now, we're going to put Paul's banter as an option. And somebody's going to be like, he's been doing the banter the whole time. I'm like, okay, so let's put classic. Literally within 30 seconds of me publishing the poll, Paul's always done the banter. What are you talking about? I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
God damn it. That was me banging my desk.
Yes. Unbelievable. We're talking stage banner. Ace Frehley, lead guitar.
Like the classic Paul Stanley Star Child banter.
Holgen intros.
Yes.
Stuff,
Yeah.
In the middle of 100,000 years. Things like that.
Yes.
The classic stuff that he's doing now on End of the Road. But
Right.
anyways, how'd the poll go?
Well, Gene ran away with this one. 50% spitting blood, and pretty much everybody's comments were, that was what everybody wanted to see.
Well, you can't do the fire breathing because he was still doing that.
Correct. Right.
But let's be honest.
Nothing.
Is there anything cooler than that?
No.
And then he goes up and it's God of Thunder and he's like, dun, dun, dun. And just come on.
Yep.
It's so iconic.
Yeah. And then you got Ace at 36 with the Ace's guitar solo. Paul's banter coming in at around 11%, and poor Peter, 2% the drum solo. I love Peter, but drum solos are horrendous.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear a drum solo.
Yeah,
although I will say, and we'll talk a little bit about it coming up.
Yep.
You saw those rehearsal footage that came out.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And there is Gene, like being sweet.
Yep.
Like telling Peter, no, what if you do it this way and talking to him about his solo. It was awesome. I love seeing that. I love seeing that aspect of the band where, everyone thinks they hate each other and stuff and they're always fighting, whatever, but there's still that part of it.
The family aspect, the team aspect. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of the comments revolved around just people just in awe, especially like people like me and you, like that was your first Kiss concert. It was my first Kiss concert, was seeing them in makeup. So the Demon all decked out, doing the blood, like that was just the runaway there. And then we got a couple episode specific comments on Donington itself. Okay, we got a funny one here from Dr. 2. He goes, ranking the off the soundboard covers, and then he puts a GIF in there of a guy going, there is no difference. Well, there are very, very, very subtle differences. For example, on the Donington one, if you look very, very, very closely in the KISS logo, you can see the underlaying of like the British flag. But I understand what you're saying. It's the same. Ken and Satan Service. I enjoyed this off the soundboard. With the next one, 1977, I hope this is a sign of great things to come. Baseball and Death, great episode as always. This disc isn't bad, but I hope it's not the last reunion show they release. I don't know. They might. Who knows? And then our good buddy Murph says, this week's hosts, and posts a picture of Waldorf and Statler, the two grumpy old men from the Muppets. Because if you listened last week, you know that we were kind of raging against the machine a little bit.
Yeah. You could say that.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's see. Paulie the Wog. Listened at the gym, and you keep making me blow my sets. Hilarious. Especially Ace. Yes, of course. Thanks for the shout-out. Paulie, you get shout-outs. It's okay. All right, and that's what we got going on there on the Twitter this week. What do we got on the Book of Face?
Okay, Tom. Over there, we got a lot of stuff.
Yes, Facebook was pretty active this week.
Yeah. Kevin Jepson.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tiffany Minks.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, fart spray.
Oh, no.
Good on you guys to vent. All good stuff. All made me laugh out fucking loud again. And fuck that email person. KISStory for life.
By the way, we got a lot of support for our rant against that person.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys waving the flag for Shout It Out Loudcast and free speech, baby.
Mike Jackson, I've been waiting for this show. I enjoy it. It's a wonderful to have a pro audio form this time. I mean, I don't know. I think it's better than Virginia Beach's sound. We all know
good
that.
God, that's, yeah.
Stephen Wood, I listened to the vinyl version. On my stereo, it sounds like Ace's rhythm is buried. Having Gene's bass in your face is interesting quirk of this release, and I enjoyed listening to those bass lines from a musician perspective. I think this album could be tremendous with some mixing and production value. It sounds like the performance itself was spectacular.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Good assessment.
Yeah. Mark Flores Music says, one of the greatest 7 seconds in the history of the show. Well done, Tom.
Oh, wow. Okay,
and this
thanks.
And he clipped out.
Maggot Furball, here's my thought. Fuck off and get a sense of humor.
Daniel Haller Houston. I love how I just finished my whole run and there's still an hour left. Awesome. The Insane Collector YouTube bootleg weirdos is harassing you guys is so hilarious. Well, because it's not happening to me. These people are Frank Pantangeli. They have me waiting in the lobby. I haven't even gotten to the soundboard review. They're not so much harassing us, and we'll get to it a little bit later when we get into the news part.
Yeah.
It's just people way too into themselves in this shit.
As we say on this show a lot, settle down.
Oh.
And we'll get into that a little bit more, like Zeus said in a few minutes.
Oh, God. Where's the William Shatner clip when you need it?
Get a life, will you, people? I mean, for crying out loud, it's just a TV show. I mean, look at you. Look at the way you're dressed. You've turned an enjoyable little job that I did as a lark for a few years into a colossal waste of time. I mean, how old are you people? What have you done with yourselves? You must be almost 30. Have you ever kissed a girl? I didn't think so. There's a whole world out there. When I was your age, I didn't watch television. I lived. So move out of your parents' basement and get your own apartments and grow the hell up.
Devin Fox over on where, Tom?
That's our buddy LC from Cobras and Fire. Yeah.
Great episode. Yes. Anyone that references your interview, etc., or otherwise needs, capitalized, to reference your show with the full name of the show. Why you or any show would only say another podcast when discussing the subject at hand is ridiculous.
Yep.
What is this? 1987 with the Tonight Show with a guest saying you may know them from another network. I said that last week too, Devin.
Great point.
Right?
Yep.
This is like the old friggin' Tonight Show late night wars. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they can't acknowledge each other's call signs or network brand or whatever.
But the way that one was done specifically, and you know, it just, again, we feel like Kiss probably felt at the time,
right?
As though like we're beneath them. We're not. Yeah. We're not a serious podcast.
Yeah, this other show. Okay.
Too bad we're seriously kicking all their asses in their fucking ratings.
Boom.
Woo-hoo. That's okay. Over on Loudcaster's page, our buddy Joseph Collins said he was at 2 reunion shows, Boston and Worcester.
Guess what, Joseph? I think you were at both of those with us.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize Joseph was from, or did I? I don't know. These days I can't remember everything. Remember, we're fucking backed up here. We're putting out the call for the Shout It Out Loudcast intern. And I think we got an applicant already, Tom.
Forget about Kramerica Industries. Here we go with the internship.
The Shout It Out Loudcast intern. You need to rank all the references we've made to jerky boy quotes, porn stars, or bad or unattractive lead singers from bands.
Uh-oh.
Put them in alphabetical order.
See, now you're going to get Dizzy Dean's picket fence teeth on Twitter chiming in on that comment now. Oh, yeah. You can't have that.
Michael Murphy. Tiffany Mink says, Maggot Furball is a woke tard who even I wouldn't fuck.
Woo!
Yikes.
Yeah, Michael Murphy.
And then some Mike Reese. Y'all found an intern yet? think we may have.
We might need one for real. Maybe a
know.
clip show's coming up soon. Who knows?
Yes, exactly. Our buddy Josh Brown gave us a nice, it's a little long, but a nice comment here too. So we want to just mention him.
Okay, nice.
Over on our Instagram, Smetzger316. Easily the best soundboard release so far. Odd that the next release is in a Live 2 era concert. Hoping the next one's from either Creatures or Lick It Up tour. Yeah, Fusion Tech.
Nice. You gotta love the Fusion Tech references are just incredible. Yeah, Fusion Tech.
Radio Chaos. You guys won me for life with your chat about woke garbage and people being easily offended. Hands off Tom and Zeus.
I love that hands off.
Yeah. I always like to say Zeus. That's when people spell my nickname wrong. It's Zeus. That's okay. I love you guys. Don't ever change. This is important to me and millions of free-thinking KISS fans all over the world. You have a supporter for life. Thank you. And Godspeed to you gentlemen.
Wow. I love, you know what? Not enough people say Godspeed anymore. I'm a big fan of that. It just sounds so regal and full of respect.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, young man.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night. I'm going to hit the hay.
Godspeed, Paul.
Thank you. Hey, it's nice to meet you. God bless.
Never gets old.
This is the stupidest thing. I don't know why. It seems like it's been a hit with you guys because we see you guys posting this stuff on our Loudcasters page. It's just clips of Ace and everyone going, God bless you, Paul. Thanks, brother.
I tell you, the Loudcasters page is where I go to get a good laugh because you guys just don't disappoint. Whether it's like the captioning of certain pictures or the different commentary, it's the Loudcasters page is amazing. It's so fun.
You guys have a great sense of humor, and we love that you get ours, and we have a lot of fun. But just you guys get it, which means it's like all of us are just like so childish. We just love these stupid like Ace impressions that we all do. Thanks, brother. Anyway, we got a DM from Elaine Brewer on Instagram, Tom.
Okay.
Just a comment about podcast comparisons. A perfect example is the difference between your interview with Carrie Stevens and another KISS cast.
Uh-oh.
As a fan, I had certain questions I wanted her to answer, like insights surrounding how KISS treated Eric towards the end. You guys asked those questions. I thought it was a great interview. The other morons, however, simply avoided the issue altogether. Only one can speculate as to why that was, but as they always won't go near the topic that might come across as criticism of the band, it's their own fault that they have zero credibility. Keep doing what you're doing. We can all be KISS fans without having to ignore the obvious issues.
Well said. Love it.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. We talked about it from day one. We love the band, but we just don't give foot rubs. Right. There are things that we love, and there are things. How can we love them so unconditionally when if you ask the band themselves, they'll be like, yeah, not a fan of that song. Yeah, terrible album. I'll give it a 2. Like, why can they even look at themselves critically and expect us fans not to look at some of the things they do?
If you want to have any credibility at all in with any fandom, whether it's TV, movies, books, music, you trying to pretend that you like 100% of anything, it's just not human. It's not real.
Yeah.
So you have to, and yes, we understand that there are people out there that are like haters for the sake of haters, trolls for the sake of trolls, but having like a legitimate, like a constructive criticism of whatever it is you're talking about, whether it's KISS or Star Wars or wrestling or Marvel or whatever, that's what makes these conversations and being a fan fun, is having those dialogues, not being like, I can't believe you don't like fucking the Elder picture disc from the Netherlands that was released in 1984. I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Yeah, okay, great. I love it too. Like, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's just sometimes you have to be honest. You know, you're not going to say to somebody, you know what, that picture that I saw of you in 1984 was not very flattering of you. You're not going to be a fucking jerk to people on there.
No.
But I want to have people on here, and I know Tom is the same way. Ask them questions that I want to ask. I don't want to put up here and just be like puppets and, okay, come here, plug your book. Okay, come here, plug your thing. Tell us everything you know, what you want to say. Go ahead. I want to ask them stuff. If you invite somebody onto your show and you're not interested in asking them questions, why do you think your audience will want to hear them if you don't care what they say?
Like this episode that you're going to listen to. It's exactly the perfect example.
Yeah, I asked them questions that I want to ask.
Exactly.
You know, everybody can ask them the basics about the product, and we get to that, obviously.
Exactly. Of course.
We want to know. But I honestly wanted to know questions, and you'll hear them that I wanted to ask, what I would say.
Yep.
And I think that's how we always conduct the show, and I think that's why we have a lot of credibility here on this show, and that means a lot. So let's go over to YouTube. Starman 2012 of Kings. Gotta love these handles, Tom.
Oh, that's a good one.
Zeus had me rolling on the floor with this imitation of Paul, a special ace. Thanks, Paul. Love ya. Stupid again.
Never gets old.
Yeah, I know. Somebody named Fucko.
Uh-oh.
Great episode. This is by far the best off the soundboard release so far. However, I own a bootleg from 97. Hope Gene's not listening. Where the guitar is a little louder, and there are a few songs in the set list that I'd rather listen to. As for the three idiots on the coin.
Oh, jeez.
Go read their bio on Apple Podcast. When you pull up their show, that will show you just how threatened they are. Guys, I mean, I get it, but we're not looking for a beef with anybody. Everybody, there's enough room for success for everybody.
Of course.
You know, they've got a fucking huge gig going with their YouTube shit. They've been at it for years. They got a lot of great guests on their show, and they do things their way. That's the way it works. You want to listen to them? Listen to them. You want to ban them because you like us? That's your prerogative. If you want to not listen to us and listen to them, whatever. Or maybe you just listen to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's the smart thing to do as a KISS fan. Listen to them all. We've said this a million times. They all offer something of value and something different. So don't get into the thing about picking battles and all that shit. That's stupid.
Yeah. You know, occasionally everybody gets caught up in the stuff, but look, KISS doesn't have to hate Iron Maiden because Iron Maiden had success, right?
And us talking about
for everybody.
And us commenting on our success and talking about us where we are, that's us being proud of what we've done and proud of you as fans for putting us there. That doesn't mean that we're simultaneously denigrating other shows while we're doing that. So sometimes we get a little, a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek, a little smartass with our commentary when it comes to that. Of course. But
everybody takes their punches, right?
Of course, but that's us. But ultimately, it's respect across the board to everybody.
Yeah. And that's just the thing. So anyways, Mr. Antonio 2005. I heard Preacher Paul negotiated the following clause in all of the KISS Live contracts. If Paul says the city's name 10 times or more the night, the promoter agrees to provide KISS with free flapjacks and purchase 100 copies of his book, Backstage Pass.
Oh, no. That's brutal.
Not very nice.
That's brutal.
Charles Bronson.
Oh, boy. Good for him. Okay, that must be weird.
Back from the dead.
I was just going to say, good for him. Death Wish 5.
You little punk. KISS is missing the proverbial boat here. Off the soundboard should be a CD DVD package. KISS is a visual band, and a lot of these albums desperately need visuals.
I totally agree. I'm still beating the drum about how the hell they put these packages out with nothing inside. I understand if you want to keep the exterior of the package like bootleg, like cardboard, plain, like kind of like Pearl Jam did with their bootleg collections, but you're the fucking visual band, dude. Slip something in there, even like a band photo or a stage photo from each respective tour. We don't ask for a lot, but I don't know. That's the life of a KISS fan, always bitching about something.
Jason Leonard says, "Thanks, Paul. Love you, brother." Oh, your buddy Maggot Furball commented, but we're not going to read it. What about Rob? Not
Beat
sure
it, punk.
Not sure what you're hearing, but I'm surprised that they let this turd hit the market. Ace and Peter sound like club musicians.
Wow.
I was at all the reunion era shows at least twice per tour. I thought it was okay, but I think this sounds like crap.
Wow. Interesting.
Harsh,
okay.
Man.
Okay. That's very
harsh.
That's very harsh. Wow.
Tales of a Kiss Geek, Tom.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys. Tales of a Kiss Geek here. Tom, what a guy. Zeus, just the best. Flapjacks. Flapjacks. Get the fuck out of here, fucko. Yeah, because it's not your place. Love you, brothers.
Thanks, Paul.
They fucking love that stupid haystack. I don't know what it is. Guys, thank you so much for spreading smiles and positivity weekly. I love that I have to pause the video every 30 seconds because I'm interrupting it with my own laughter.
Yes.
That's what this is all about.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
I'm 25. Sonic Boom is my favorite Kiss album.
Oops.
I'm a Tommy guy, and I'm in Ireland. Couldn't be further away from a lot of the Kiss fans out there. But it just shows you that this is what it's all about, bringing us all together. As David Lee Roth says, we laugh to win.
Nice.
My sincerest condolences for your loss. I can't imagine what that's like. But I have to say, I'm so glad that you continue to do this because it's fueling you while also fueling the rest of us. Never fucking stop, in capital letters, Tom. Well done to both of you. Huge bro hugs from Ireland. When not, if, but when you come to Dublin, the first round's on me. Oh, yeah. Get ready to edit this in. YouTube. Yeah, Fusion Tech.
That's fucking fantastic. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate those kind words. And of course, I appreciate the show of support for the show and for all of us. So thank you. That's great stuff. Love that. Thank you.
And then Charles Bronson jumps in again. Tom, did you ever see the In Living Color skit when Jim Carrey does Make a Death Wish?
Yes.
And he's playing Charles Bronson. And he's like threatening everybody with a gun to make the kid's wish come true. Like a little yellow belly punk. It's so stupid.
Established 17 years ago by actor Charles Bronson, the Make a Death Wish Foundation is dedicated to making children's dreams come true. With the help of Charles Bronson, anything is possible.
Wow, Froggyland, the amusement park. This is gonna be fun.
Not so fast, little guy. It costs $35 getting here.
I don't have $35.
Hey, pond scum. Here's a 45. You can keep the change. How about giving this kid a break?
Hey, mister, you wouldn't shoot Freddy the Frog, would you?
Of course not. Take that, you wart-faced, lily-pad sucking tadpole molesting Kermit wannabe. Hey, kid, let's go see what kind of service we can get with a smile and a gun.
So anyway, Tom, that's what I have. What do we have left?
All right, let's kick into some emails here. All right, and the first one we got here is from our Finnish friend. It's not Reijo Ruotsalainen or Teppo Numminen. It is Jani Aslak Rasanen, and I think those two other guys were Finnish. If not, somebody will correct us. Hey, guys, thanks again for the great episode, and most importantly, thank you for a great comeback. I was actually a bit nervous about the first episode after the unfortunate hiatus. How on earth can they get back on the saddle, I wondered? Will the magic be there? Or the laughter? Or the porn and the poop jokes? I was relieved to hear I was nervous for nothing. Glad to have you guys back. We truly missed you. Well, thank you for that. Then he starts to talk about the off the soundboard a little bit. He gets into a nice long email here. He says, since I'm a musician myself, I noticed a heavy panning of guitars. Ace is on the right, Paul on the left. The fun fact is that you can isolate the guitars and listen to them separately. One last thing. Many episodes ago, I asked you guys what you thought was the moment that Paul's stage rap started to be more annoying than inspiring. I think during and because of the reunion, Paul started overcompensating for the slow tempos and sloppy playing with his banter. Ooh. But thank you for that, Yanni Aslak Rosanen. Big fan, and we're happy to have you always write into us. And again, thank you for the kind words of support. So,
yeah, and say hello to Kasperi Kapanen.
Oh, yeah.
Saku Koivu.
Yes.
Mikko Ratanen.
Okay.
Patrick Laine.
Okay.
And Alexander Barkov for now.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah,
wonderful.
The thing I was going to say about Paul's voice, Tom, is I don't mind the stage rap if he's saying something funny and he goes on and does his Paul thing. I don't mind that. The part about it that was bothering me, and like we all roll our eyes because he's having obvious difficulties now, is the I want you.
Or when he says Donington 6 times, Donington.
Yeah, like when he starts doing the over and compensating and just yodeling, whatever he's doing there.
Yeah, agreed.
To hear that.
Yep, agreed. I know.
Yeah, Donington. Like, just get to the song, or say something funny like you. Now, don't get yourselves killed or nothing like that. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Next one comes from our buddy Adam Stevenson, who has a new podcast out there called The Metal Oasis. Check him out. You may hear one of us or both of us on there sometime in the future. He starts off with, your podcast has been put on notice.
Uh-oh.
It has been a while since I last wrote to you two, and it's with a heavy heart that I formally declare my intentions of putting the show on notice. The past few weeks have been some of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard as they pertain to porn stars, women of the hefty variety, and breakfast foods. At no point in your rambling, incoherent discussions were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought regarding the band Kiss. Every listener of this podcast is dumber for having listened to it. I award you no 5-star child reviews, and may God have mercy on your souls. Just kidding. In this hour-long prologue to a review of the latest Sambo release, you brought up some interesting topics regarding the hate that Shout Out Loudcast receives, and quite frankly, you nailed it out of the park with a blunt fuck off. The main reason I come back week in and week out is the camaraderie between you two, and I really enjoy listening to all the fan feedback. If other listeners can't appreciate the wild rabbit hole tangents that this goes down, then they can fuck right off. As for the other podcasts attempting to emulate SIOL, it's the highest form of flattery one could receive knowing you are making an impactful mark in the podcasting world. One I hope to achieve myself someday. Which leads me to my next point, which is my sincerest gratitudes towards Shout It Out Loudcast. This podcast was the catalyst in deciding to start my own and share my music journey with random fuckos on the internet. Knowing the type of guys you are and the appreciation you have toward your fans, I decided to message you and just ask a couple questions about podcast basics. Without hesitation, Zeus said, let's do a Zoom call. And he spent several hours with me going through every aspect of hosting and editing. Now I'm looking forward to having Tom as a guest on my show. Shout It Out Loudcast goes to show that in order to be number one, you don't need to be a podcast with flash and balls, but one that is sincere and genuine to us, the fans. Like several have stated before, I look forward to the following week with bated breath. Cheers, fuckos. Adam Stevenson, the Metal Oasis journeyman. Woo! Adam. Love you, buddy. Great stuff. Thank you, buddy. Love it.
And that's why you pay it forward. Yep. I like to always give a shout out to Stephen Michael from Grown Up Rocks, Sonny Pooney in the beginning. Those guys helped us out tremendously in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I have no problem paying it forward. We help out Adam.
Glad to do it.
We've been helping out Stevie Flythe and Jason Warden and our buddy Joe Decker.
Yeah, Fusion Tech.
On the Flythe. We love helping guys out like that and getting them started.
Of course.
And we don't look at them as competition.
No.
We look at them as podcast brothers. And
that's right.
if we're not going to do this all the time because we don't have the time to do it. But if someone needs a helping hand, we're happy to try to lend them a hand. And
That's right.
and hopefully they'll appreciate it. It sounds like our buddy Adam does. And when he gets successful, I hope he'll pay it forward as well.
That's right. Well said. Next one here comes from Dave Stell. Holy fuckballs. The two of you, especially Tom, were on fire this week. Did someone shit in your bowl of Cheerios? You two sure did get a lot off your chest this week. And yes, all of it was warranted. If you guys got this worked up during a regular episode, I cannot wait to hear the next Talk to Me episode. Keep up the great episodes coming, and I'll see you at the kids' table.
Yes.
We got one here from Scott Greer. Hey, guys, I look forward to the podcast each week and the commentary, insight, and laughs you two provide. On the Donington episode, when you talk about Ace's first selection in the intro, I busted out laughing. The person who reports to me at work saw me laughing hard and asked if I was all right. Imagine Ace saying, thanks, Paul. We're going to do Shock Me. That is some funny ass shit. Thank you for the laughs. You make being at work somewhat tolerable. And that comes from Scott.
That's awesome, man.
Now we got another one here from our website because you can comment directly via our website. This comes from Steve
What's the
Taylor.
website address, Tom?
It is shoutoutloudcast.com. He says, I'm kind of new to the podcast. It's become my absolute favorite. I laugh so hard, so entertaining. The review shows are my favorite. Keep up the awesome work, guys. Love it.
And just to remind everyone, we generally record on Wednesday. So that last email came in literally about 20 minutes before we were about to record.
That's right.
So if you want to get your message read or anything like that, try to get it to us before Wednesday. Now, sometimes we do an episode on Tuesday. It happens or whatever, sometimes Thursday. But generally it's Wednesday night, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want us to get to it beforehand, just have that knowledge. That's all.
Yep. So we're going to finish off with a very special email here. Ooh. Titled Checking In. Hey, guys. Just wanted to say, been enjoying the show every week. Love the Roy Dam show. Fascinating stuff, to say the least. I don't know where the stuff is coming from, but glad to see it. And thank you for not being so PC sensitive. I have a saying, quote, I'm offended at how easily you are offended, end quote. By the way, I didn't even know I was in the Reels Kiss show. Ha ha. I do a lot of those, and I don't remember doing that one. So thanks for letting me know. I have yet to see it at some point. Keep rocking and look forward to talking Kiss again soon. Signed, Eddie Trunk.
Now, that's funny because to get to a point where you get an email like that, it's
pretty nice.
Yeah, it feels good because, like him or not, and there are times we strongly don't like his opinion, Eddie has a million things in front of him to preoccupy, shows to watch, concerts that he's invited to, hosting duties he needs to do, his own show, his radio show, his podcast. He's got interviews, preparing, all that stuff. Yet he finds time to listen to our KISS podcast. Now, if that's not giving you a little bit of a rocket in your pocket, I don't know what is.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty impressive. We're definitely happy about that. And we're going to finish off with two more quick things here. We got a DM on Twitter from Frankie Sloan. Hey, fellas. Just want to say I love the poddy. Never heard that one. Poddy, poddy. Be careful how you say poddy on this show. Relatively new to it, 3 or 4 months, but it is refreshingly honest and very, very entertaining. We all have our gripes with Kiss, and I'm glad that I found a podcast who says it. Can I just say I wasn't going to buy off the soundboard Donington, but listening to a review of it and how much I had been listening to it, especially, thanks, Paul, I now have to go get it. Keep up the good work and keep telling the snowflakes to fuck off. I fucking love it. All the love from Liverpool, England. And don't mention the fucking Beatles. That's what he said.
Wow. How many comments, Tom, did we get about thanks, Paul?
It's the new thing now. That's gonna be our next t-shirt design or something. Thanks, Paul.
God bless you, brother.
And we're gonna wrap up feedback with a huge shout out from a huge fan of our show, huge fan of Jericho, and that is the wonderful Lisa Michalik, who has been tweeting at us, almost live tweeting during the episodes about things that make her laugh and she finds funny, and she tags us. And the enthusiasm, you can feel it as she's tweeting. She's doing the laughing emoji. She's so passionate about Kiss and the show and Jericho, things that we all love. So you are going to get the first ever general comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Yeah, Lisa's been great. We missed her at Creatures Fest. She was there.
I know. I don't know how we missed her. I feel terrible about that. That would have been a blast.
Yeah. And Lisa, we love what you're doing. We thank you. I'm sure Chris loves it too. So I'm sure Jericho knows all about you. And we appreciate it. And thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa. God bless you.
All right, brother.
Thanks, sister.
And Tom, what we do now, we always give a shout out to our Patreon family. Patreon is an app where people can help and contribute to the show, help with production costs, software, all sorts of stuff that we use to spend on the show. And by doing so, they get some perks from us, whether they're included in our album review picks, whether they're included in our March Madness selection, t-shirts, stickers, polls, sneak previews, all sorts of stuff. And we got a few things coming up for them they're going to really like. And that's how people help shows like Podcast out. Some go to, Patreon is there for like artists of all sorts, musicians, painters, podcasters. It's a way to help out independent people in companies and shows like us. Mm-hmm. And, you make a contribution. It's like a monthly contribution. You pick the category you want. We have 4, all the way from the Catman, Spaceman, the Star Child, and of course the highest, the Demon tier. And with that, you get perks like we talked about, and get to be part of a unique family, because the Patreon family is a huge help to us. And when people say, how can I help the show? What can I do? Or I really love you guys doing this. I hope you guys continue. Well, helping is Patreon. That's the best way you can help out the show. And we do have a new Patreon, and that is longtime contributor to the show, who's been commenting for quite some time, and that is Brad Beard. So Brad jumped on board and is a Star Child member, and we greatly appreciate it, Brad. We thank you and tip our hat to you, and we appreciate anybody that's joined our Patreon family, because it does help us out tremendously. Again, if you want to help the show, and we think the show has been helped tremendously by Patreon since last year, the growth that we've had, I think we can attribute a lot of it to our Patreon subscribers. And if you want to help us out, go to patreon.com, go to Patreon, the app, or better yet, go to shoutitoutloudcast.com, our wonderful new website. When you log on, the first thing you're going to see is our logo and all sorts of stuff. There'll be an Amazon link for our Amazon page, but right next to it is a link to Patreon. It's the best way to help out Shout It Out Loudcast, and we really appreciate you guys if you can do that for us. So thank you.
Yeah, you guys are the best. The contributions that you give us really, really help the show in all different ways. And we always want to try to give something back to you guys, being involved in voting on things like Flashback Friday, certain tiers getting a sneak peek early of what the episode is going to be before it drops on Saturday, being involved in March Madness, being involved in ARC, all those things. And then just having that special Patreon community where people can send messages and just kind of be a family. And it's a huge thing. And again, we want to give a huge shout out to Brad Baird for jumping in on Patreon. He's been a huge fan of the show, loves to comment and contribute and interact. And that's what we love about all of our Patreons. So a big thanks to Brad this week for jumping in and being part of the family, and to all the other Patreons. Thank you, guys.
Tom, what we do next is we go over to Kiss World and we talk about what's going on in the Kiss news. Anything going on other than them prepping for Australia?
It's real quiet. It's really quiet. Yeah, there's really nothing going on. It's quite shocking. Really no merch coming out. The tour is rolling along, so we're happy to see that. They're going to be
doing his usual condolences.
Well, yeah, he jumps on. The beautiful and lovely Olivia Newton-John just recently passed tragically. I think everybody in our age bracket absolutely at one point or another had multiple crushes on her for many obvious reasons. So obviously Paul jumped in on the condolences to that. And they kind of gearing up for Australia, and that's really about it. It's really kind of crickets in Kiss world right now. Now, the true Kiss world, there's crickets. In the bootleg Sam Loomis world, it just continues to just get insane and bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had these conversations. You guys have heard where we're coming from. I will tell you personally, I'm not a big fan of this stuff. I think it's okay, big deal. I did see some of the recent one, which was the reunion kind of practice rehearsal.
Yeah,
that is shot straight through. I can watch that. It's not a hiccup, half a song, this and this and that. And to be honest with you, I could care less. I've said it to you guys in the beginning. It's not the videos that I like. It's the drama. I like the drama.
It used to be the drama, but now it's over the top. It's constant. You have different Facebook groups battling against each other. You have secret DMs. You have secret aliases, fake profiles talking about this. Hey, this is going to drop at 8:00 Eastern. Go to this page to see it. Oh, then somebody posted a message saying, hey, these people can't stop us from dropping. It's like you have lost the forest for the trees. I understand bootleggers. I understand drama. We're fans of it. We had Roy on, so obviously, we're involved in the promotion of the drama and the bootlegs. But after a while, you start to forget what the fuck you're talking about. And that's the thing that's frustrating me right now, is that nobody is talking about the band or the videos. It's just the pointing the fingers and the drama of, oh, who's this nefarious, no-face person dropping this and that. And that's when you start to lose me.
All right. So here's what I will say. I'm interested in the drama, but the problem with the drama now is that too many people have now figured out, hey, I can be Kiss Tart of the Week if I attach myself into this drama.
Yep.
So people are now trying to incorporate themselves. And I will tell you this right now. I believe everything that's come out after the first batch is copycat shit.
I totally agree.
I don't believe it's the same person, the same Sam Loomis.
I agree.
There are people that are just putting up websites, group pages, talking about, oh, there's fucking this person is in our group. Somebody's snooping around. Like, oh, dude.
Yep.
It's like people that all of a sudden realize, hey, I can get some fame out of this.
Bingo.
In the Kiss Tard world.
That's it.
And I can I can insert myself into this discussion and become a character in all this stuff.
Hey, Zeus, I'm creating this Facebook group that no one's ever been in before. It's going to be invite only. And if you join the group, we're going to talk about things that nobody else knows about. You can't stop this group. It's going to be exclusive.
Yeah. And then I'm going to post something every half a fucking hour. And you're going to regret joining my group.
And guess what?
You're not going to fucking see anything on your timeline other than my stupid fucking post.
And guess
putting
what?
Out stupid fucking shit about stupid fucking people talking about stupid fucking shit.
And none of it's going to be related to Kiss. None of it. You're not going to see any videos or nothing. You're just going to see comments about, it's like the fucking Kiss Gestapo. Oh, this video I got of fucking... Thanks, Paul. Like fucking, it's like you're not gonna believe this, and it's like
it's just beyond fucking a parody. This guy weighs 600 pounds. This guy's a fucking loser. No, he's a fucking loser. This guy said he got sued. No, this guy's gonna fucking waddle down the street.
Yep, it's incredible.
I get it, you guys. Some of you might say, "Well, what the fuck? You had Roy on." We had Roy on to talk about what the story is. We did an episode on it. We discussed it. He gave us his perspective on it. We didn't say, this is the truth. This is what it is. And we let you guys do the work and figure it out if you think it's right or if you think it's full of shit. Okay? Yeah. other people have been commenting. And I think what happened after that, because he was on some other podcast. Everyone else saw the reaction. It's like, oh, I want to do that. Let me get involved. Oh, I'm going to challenge Roy now. I'm going to be Mr. Guy. Dude, who cares?
And then what happens?
We're not on anyone's team.
Right.
We're not on anyone's side.
Yeah. And then what happens is people like, hey, new videos are dropping. And everyone's like, no one, you have oversaturated the Sam Loomis bootleg thing with shitty videos. Some of them are good. This rehearsal thing was good. Some of them are okay. But now the attraction of being like, oh, I'm seeing something forbidden. I'm seeing something unreleased. If somebody out there has like 10s or 20s of like 50 videos, after a while, it's like, okay, these are cool. Like once again, you fucking ruin it for everybody.
Do you guys have any idea how many fucking DMs?
Oh,
Tom, way more than he gets a day.
Oh my God.
With people from both sides of this whole situation.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, oh, do you know about this? Oh, do you know about this? Hey, did you see this video? Hey, did you drop this?
Yep.
I don't mind you guys doing it, putting it on our Loudcasters page. Hey,
no, that's fine.
Go ahead, keep doing it. Entertain
Absolutely.
Everybody. I don't have a problem with that. I know
of
Tom
course.
doesn't.
Nope.
But this whole I can't explain it. I think the proper way to phrase it, this whole infatuation with let's get him. No, he's out to get us. Dude, Kurt Gooch is a guy out there probably trying to make money. The guys that collect this shit are guys that like Kiss and are probably trying to make money. There are no good guys and bad guys really in all this shit. I don't care. I'm not on any team. I know Tom isn't either.
Right.
This is fucking ridiculous. You watch people on either side. We get shit from fucking Roy. We get shit from the other side too as well.
Yep.
We get videos. There are people putting up, all of a sudden there's like 20 new fucking YouTube podcast channels. We tried watching one the other day. It was the most fucking painful thing I've ever seen.
It was like a skit, like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Let's talk over each other. Let's not say anything.
Yeah.
Let's just fuck. It's just, dude, calm the fuck down.
Well, like I said, ultimately you're forgetting why we're all here. Because like you said, Zeus, now it's about, I'm going to create this Facebook group so that I can sabotage X because I think Y did this to Z and you can't do anything about that. And then all of a sudden, well, this group is shut down. So I'm going to go on YouTube and post this video to fuck this guy. It's like you have now officially lost the script.
It's tiring.
Yep.
And I'm
not even interested anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
The drama, I'm dead. I've zoned it out.
Oh, I'm not saying the drama. I'm still there. But like, as far as these videos dropping, I would rather Kiss just give me something. You know me.
Yeah.
I don't want anything used. I don't want anything half-assed.
Right.
Give me the real shit. When the real shit comes out, I'll watch it.
Right.
I don't need to see bullshit, stupid stuff, half cut, half not. I'd rather see and get the real stuff, and I can wait. I've seen Kiss live. There's enough videos out there and CDs and albums and whatever you want to call it out there to keep me happy for now.
Yep.
I agree. So
I agree.
The fact that you're getting the Anaheim concert, the fucking lost footage of Ace throwing a guitar pick out in the front row and a girl spilt her drink. And I got that copy. I got the tape of that. Oh, you do? Oh,
yeah.
Who gives a shit, people?
Nobody does.
Fucking calm down.
Yep.
But you'll have those people like, oh shit, I can get my Kiss fandom out. Let me get out of the closet. It's the fucking it's the fucking William Shatner skit all over again.
That's all of this is.
Look at you people. You over there. Have you ever kissed a woman? You must be 30.
That's it. That's what it is. No, well, I've never kissed a woman, but I have footage from Kobo 1974. Oh, okay. Great.
Oh, man, people.
Yeah.
Enjoy the band. Enjoy the music. Calm the fuck down.
Stop trying to ruin other people's fucking lives, for God's sake.
Like, yeah, we're going to fuck him. And, I'm going to fucking cut his head off and eat it. And because he's got the fucking Lago footage and the extra encores. Like, Who fucking cares?
Thanks, Paul.
And we're a KISS podcast and we're saying that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how exhausting it's all become. Good. That's it.
Out of our system.
Yes.
All right, Tom. So before we move on, let me go down to the convenience store, buy a pack of cigarettes, and trade some VHS footage of Peter trying to read that sheet music when he tried to come back to the band after they booted him out. I've got some of that, and I was told I can get that if I, slip this guy $15 and a pack of Marlboro Red.
All right, we're back. I tried to get my hands on some bootleg stuff too, but the only thing I could do was get a fairly used version of that trash can that came out in 1978. So it's pretty good. I'm real proud of that. I only paid $900 for it, so I feel good.
Ooh, that trash can?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, Tom, today we have a nice interview with three guys that are part of Gene Simmons Moneybag Sodas. When we go into these things, we've done this before. Like, we have no idea what these are going to be like. And we hope like people have a personality and be able to talk and have a good conversation. And thankfully, we're never disappointed.
Totally agree. We do every time we have these interviews with people that we're not familiar with or people that we don't know at all. We're always just like, let's hope this goes well. Let's hope we get a great episode out of it. As you prepare to listen to this one, you'll find out everybody was pleasantly surprised. It's a great one. So we're happy to have you guys hear this one.
So this is our interview with the three guys from Gene Simmons Moneybag Sodas.
Brothers John and Paul Janik and Chris Haick, known as The Wallet.
Here we go.
So this week, we're excited to welcome three special guests, the men behind the Gene Simmons Moneybag Soda. We have brothers Paul and John Janik and Chris Haick, also known as The Wallet. Gentlemen, welcome to Shout It Out Loudcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to talk to you guys.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
So now, how did that nickname come about?
The Wallet?
Yeah.
It started from day one is because, John and I are brothers. So he calls us the brothers. So we had that other odd member in there. And once the first time Gene had met Chris, he had asked him what he does for a living and blah, blah, blah. And Chris is actually an accountant, CPA. And he said, I keep these guys in line. So Gene said, I'm going to call you the Wallet. So it's stuck.
He told me I'm going to die with it, and it's going to be on my tombstone.
Yeah.
I can
realize the Wallet.
And when Gene speaks, we all listen. So yes.
My nickname is the Empty Wallet.
Okay.
I'm no wallet. Yeah,
no wallet.
I don't even have a wallet. Paul doesn't even have a wallet. No.
Nice.
Yeah. Now it's funny. There's Michael James Jackson, which unfortunately recently passed, that Gene name, and now there's the Wallet. There's two I know of. Right? He gave those two nicknames out.
That's right.
So what we usually do, guys, is we put out a question called the Murph questions. These are questions for all our guests. There are 5 of them. They're very simple. I think you guys might have a conflict of interest on the first question, but we're going to try it anyways. So for my view, I think I'm starting with the Wallet first, okay? And then John to Paul. So let's go first. Your favorite KISS member?
Answer carefully.
You can say not counting Gene.
All right, how about that? How about other than Gene, your favorite KISS member?
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley. Okay.
Are we going across here?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead, John.
Other than Gene Simmons, who is obviously the best, my favorite member is Paul Stanley.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Paul.
Since I was a kid, and I'm not just saying this because we do business with Gene, I was always a Gene Simmons guy. I was always into Monsters and Universal stuff as a kid. So Gene would always kind of use those as a reference, and I caught on to it at a very early age. So I always stuck to Gene.
Anybody else besides Gene that you've kind of gravitated towards as a lifelong fan?
I'd have to say, it's a toss up between Ace and Paul.
Okay.
I always liked Ace. I liked his character. He's a great guitar player. Personally, I don't really know the guy, but
yeah.
As far as his music and his guitar abilities, I always really enjoyed that.
Okay.
Great. So again, now we're gonna start with the wallet. Favorite song.
Oh man.
And it could be today, it could be forever. It's up to you.
He likes Cadillac Dreams.
Every song is good.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that song.
I want money. Yep.
He's the wallet.
Money.
Man.
That's true.
Money bags. Money bags. That's it.
I mean, there's so many of them, but the one I gravitate to is probably the live version of Black Diamond off of Live. I mean,
all right. Great call. John.
But you know what? Cadillac Dreams is a great fucking song.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom's not a fan, but
it's
love
okay.
It.
It's okay.
I love it.
I mean, I'm a Gene guy, but that one's a little okay for me.
My favorite song, geez, they're all awesome.
Of course.
It kind of varies between the two, all around, but I'd have to say maybe the Kiss Alive version of 100,000 Years. You got the drum solo, you got Stanley going off.
Yes.
You got it all. And then maybe a honorary mention, War Machine always kicks ass too.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. All right.
I love Parasite.
Yes.
And it's such a great tune. And like we went to see Gene, and then this is why it really even made me like it even more, because like he pumped his bass so hard last time we seen him playing that tune. Remember at the Syracuse?
Yes, he was making love to his bass.
Dude, it went off, and I was just like, oh my God. And it made me like the song even more. And I do like a lot. I love the 80s stuff. I like the stuff without the non-makeup. Creatures of Night album. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So you said it. Now that's my next question. Favorite album, and we're starting with the wallet.
Studio album,
yeah,
live album, or any album.
Let's stick with studio.
I gotta go with Rock and Roll Over.
Okay, that's a popular pick amongst our guests.
Go with Rock and Roll Over. And now if I'm going with one without makeup,
yep.
Carnival of Souls.
No, not Carnival of Souls.
Oh, come on. I love Carnival of Souls.
I've actually really warmed to that album. I really have. But it's not up there. I would have to go with
Asshole.
I'd go with Asylum. I'm going with Asylum.
Okay.
So mine, I would have to say the one I listen to most is also Rock and Roll Over.
Okay.
Second place, maybe their debut.
Okay.
Non-makeup record. Geez, I'd have to say Lick It Up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good
Paul.
Thank Paul. Let's see. Studio, it's so many good ones. I'm in Dress to Kill,
yes.
Rock and Roll Over too. Like Dress to Kill is a great album. I always love the artwork on it. Non-makeup. Man, that's a tough one. I mean, Lick It Up's awesome. Animalize, I love. They're all great. They're all great.
That's the thing. It's tough to pick.
A lot of close seconds.
Yeah, it's tough to pick.
So hard.
All right, so now we're going to go and ask, how many concerts have you seen? Kiss concert.
Yeah, Kiss concerts. Chris.
Jesus, I've never really kept track. I know that these guys got me beat. I mean, they started going to concerts, Kiss concerts, when they were 4 or 5 years old. Creatures of the Night was their first. If I had to put a number on it, I'd probably say it's probably around 30.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. John?
I'd have to say mine, I don't know the exact number, but it's got to be around 60.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
That was
nice.
With most of them. Yeah.
I mean, you guys were seeing club shows too.
You had the Revenge Club tour. I'm right close to John.
He's probably 10 or 15 behind.
50.
Okay.
50.
Wow. Nice.
Wow. So, and the last question of these is, what's your favorite Kiss memory? I know I'm not putting you on the spot or anything.
Favorite Kiss memory. Well, I guess for me, I'd have to say when that curtain was up for that 96 reunion tour, I saw him in second night Gund Arena in Cleveland, and I probably wet my shorts, man. When it was my first Kiss concert, actually. It was my first.
No shit. Okay.
It was mine too when I saw him in 96 in Boston. So I know what you feel like.
I freaked out. I still get the chills thinking about it. That was probably my best Kiss memory.
Nice.
When that curtain dropped.
Nice. All right, John.
Well, I really got mine split into really crazy stories. Gene Simmons actually came to my house, signed my wall, checked out all my Kiss stuff, was pointing out the stuff that he had, what stuff he didn't have. So to have Gene Simmons at your house, that's probably number one. And then also I'd have to say Paul Stanley at two separate times brought my two daughters on stage. So both my daughters performed with Kiss on stage. I got the huge photos on the wall back here.
That's awesome.
So I mean, I'd have to say those are probably two of the coolest things.
Indeed. Wow, those are good ones. Wow. Nice. Paul.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of like promo stuff with Gene, and I'd have to say my one that really sticks in my head that I talk to about all the time. We were driving Gene back to the airport in Rochester, New York. We had him the one day, and my phone had died, so the wallet was in the back seat navigating me, and it just happened to, because Gene always sits up front with me, and so he guides us down this road. And it showed, an entrance to a main street, but there was like a guardrail there for some reason. Maybe someone owned that little strip of land and cut everyone off. So I just looked at Gene. I said, "Man, you good?" And he goes, "I'm good." I did a lawn job with Gene. We drove right around the guardrail. And the best part about it was the Wallet's wife and John's wife were behind us, following us. We were laughing, watching him in the rearview mirror, like, what the hell are you guys doing? So imagine looking out the window, seeing a black Suburban with Gene Simmons in the front, driving through your front yard.
That's awesome.
Hey, those are good stories. That's fantastic. Nice. All right, so let's get into Moneybag here. So we saw a little bit of your background, but tell our listeners how you guys, like lifelong diehard Kiss fans, how this just came together and turned into this amazing partnership with Gene.
Well, we had needed the individual Love Gun, posters that they'd put out. We needed Gene's autograph because me and my brother John. So we caught wind that he was coming to Wizard World in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay,
just doing signing. He did like a talking in 2017. So I went there. We brought our families and stuff like that, and so we had a VIP. We got up there first in line, and so Gene spent a lot of time talking to my son. So then he's just like, what do you do? And I said, well, we own a soda company. And I asked him, because at the time they were doing the Kiss Cola. Somebody had a Kiss Cola. And I told him, I said, Gene, I said, I was very disappointed because the guys that put it out, I've been doing business with them at the time for about 10 years. And I said, I'm really sad that they didn't contact us for this project, knowing what big Kiss fans we were. And he goes, do you have a card? And I said, yeah. He goes, I got some ideas for you. He goes, I'll call you in a couple days. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, So yeah. After we got the stuff autographed, we went up, got our photos taken, pose photos.
Sure.
And my brother John had said, hey, don't forget to call us. So Gene's like, well, I'm going to prove it to you. So he pulled the card out of his pocket and took a photo of it with his phone. Back, I said, make sure you take the back. I said, because that's my cell phone number. So when we have professional shots of that, him doing that too. So it was on a Sunday, and I see my phone. It says unknown number, and nobody answers those.
Right.
And I just figured, what the hell? You never know.
Yeah.
I answer the phone. Hello, this is Gene Simmons. I was just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like,
did he say from Kiss?
Oh yeah. And He said of Kiss. And
okay.
Of Kiss. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, like my heart stopped. I went and hid in the bathroom because I have 5 dogs and I didn't want them barking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my wife comes in and she's like, what's wrong? And I showed her, I put it on like speaker and she's like, oh my God. I mean, you know his voice.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like, he goes, all right. He goes, send me your contact info. He goes, here's my email. So I hung up the phone. You know, I was just like, oh my God. I called my brother. Now he's with his family. And I said, dude, Simmons just called. And he's like, oh my God. You know, so they're all freaking out. So I'm getting another call from an unknown number again, like literally like within minutes. And I said, dude, I think he's calling me back. So I answer the phone and I'm like, hello? He goes, Paul? I said, yes. He goes, did you send me your contact info? And he goes, I'm sitting in front of my computer right now. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, Gene, I'm driving. Let me pull over. And I was just like, oh my God. So that's kind of like how it all started.
Yeah.
And, you know, he'd given us a picture of his licensed money bag, you know, the image.
The logo.
So,
yeah.
You know, he trademarked it back in the 90s and Monopoly couldn't come after him when they did Kissopoly because he would have sued them for the money bags on all their. So he went through the whole thing, and we just.
That's interesting. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We did Kissopoly. I don't know if it's like Parker Brothers. He goes, they couldn't do anything. He said because I could have sued them for all royalties for all my money bags on their things.
That's
all
right.
the way back to 1990. Wow. So. You know, we had asked him, what's your inspiration for, you know, how do you want this labeled and stuff like that? And we're all artists. You know, my parents were both artists. So
I'm not an artist.
You're the wallet.
I'm not.
He's in the art of money.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So, you know, like he had sent, like he said, I want something to look regal. You know what I mean? And he had sent us like a couple images. And the best thing about Gene is like, there's no assistance. There's no, you email directly to him. And unless he's on stage, he will answer immediately.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you know, we just started, you know, a friend of ours, which is my tattoo artist. He's the one that kind of, when we go there with stuff, he puts it all on the computer and we would just sit there. And we just started plugging away. And we nailed the design probably within a day or two. Yeah. And it's going back and like we would email him images. Nope, tweak this, tweak that. And so, you know, once we got designs down, you know, we had all the legal stuff done. And I mean, it was such a smooth sailing project. I've never even dealt even with other companies. Like he's just so easy to work with and such a great guy. And
you can see why he's successful.
Yeah. He was totally involved with everything we did, and you know that's how it kind of got kicked off.
So we know the money bag logo is Gene's. Did you guys have like was the idea for it to be named that right off the bat? Did you have an idea for the name? Did he have an idea for the name?
Oh, that was called Gene.
Okay,
okay. I think that's that's his trademark. The money bag. That's what, plain and simple. Money bag. Yeah, money bag.
Yeah. All right. So how did this go from like? Instead of being a Kiss product, being a Gene product?
Well, for myself, you know, when Gene contacted Paul and told him, hey, we want to do, the Moneybag Soda, right off the bat, me being a Kiss fan, I was like, oh, geez, I wish we could have did a Kiss, a Kiss thing, all the, the different.
Yeah, the play on the names and the songs.
But if you really think about it, though, to me, I think Kiss is huge. But if you're doing a Kiss product, I think you're alienating a huge part of the world. And, you look at Moneybag, just money in general is such a universal.
It appeals to everyone.
It appeals to everyone. So really doing that, I think, it didn't make it look like we were doing a collectible Kiss item. So really,
I get it.
I'm so happy we went that route.
Yeah. We were a little like at first, just a little like, oh man, but once we got going, just like John said, you know what I mean? It's like, you're not alienating your audience that your people that are going to buy this stuff.
Everyone knows money.
Yes. A lot of people, I believe, would have never tried it if it had Kiss on there.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
No, I believe that as well.
Took it as serious just seeing that on there, just like John said, would have been more of like a collectible. And I think that those Kiss sodas, I don't even think they're still around.
No, I don't think so either.
With all that being said, too, it still appeals to Kiss fans.
Yes.
It still has the appeal to Kiss.
Right.
Totally.
It includes everyone.
Yeah. Now, did Gene? Now, when you said you're in the beverage business, was it up to Gene to pick the flavors? Was he sticking with like the standard, cola, diet cola? Did you guys get involved and help him say, let's throw in some, cherry cola, or let's do this or that?
He originally was just like cola. And we consider ourselves like a vintage soda. We're not craft. We're more vintage, we went with all high end ingredients and stuff like that, and real colors and stuff. But he had said cola, and the nice thing about Gene is he listens, and he said, "You guys are the experts. You tell me what you think." And so that's how we came up with the first lineup, because we're adding some very soon, some flavor.
Cool.
But
okay,
yeah. So that no. He lets us do this the stuff in the soda industry that he doesn't know. He says, "You guys are the experts."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Initially, he just wanted to do a cola, and we told him, Gene, we got to get some other flavors in here. You got to have somewhat of a portfolio of flavors. You can't just go out with a cola. So we did it, the initial 4 flavors, and like Paul said, we're going to do a blood orange.
Well, we got 5 now, right? Or no? Is it 4?
Yeah, we actually have 5 flavors now, but we're going to add a blood orange, which obviously is a no-brainer with Gene.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And we were going to do like a citrus flavor, kind of like like a Mountain Dew type flavor,
like a Sprite kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you have the cola, the diet cola, root beer, cream soda, and ginger ale.
Yeah.
Root beer.
Root beer. Yeah. Okay. And you're going to be coming out with a blood orange. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So
by the end of the year.
Yep.
Now help me out. I drink soda too much probably, but I love it. And so I know there's the big part of money bags is you guys like say it's cane sugar. Educate us a little bit the difference between the sodas that you would go grab a Coke at a convenience store in your soda, and the difference in the sugar that goes in each one.
Well, I mean, it's obviously cane sugar. A lot. You'll see a lot of things that say real sugar on it, so that doesn't necessarily mean cane.
Yeah.
Okay. Cane is more expensive. Some people will use beet sugar and stuff like that, and obviously the cane sugar is not processed, and your body's able to take care of it a lot better than you would like a fructose product. As far as like the flavors, like the Moneybag root beer that we make is the most expensive product that we make in house. Okay. All natural, like spices, flavors, coloring. The cream soda is just real vanilla. There's no artificial colors or flavors in them. And we went like high end with them, with all the flavors. But we also like I said, we stayed away from that craft kind of thing, because in the craft industry, just like beer, people are always looking for the next flavor coming out. They don't want to continue to drink the same one. So basically, vintage. This is just a really good versions of standards, like. And not only just with the ingredients, the packaging. I mean, if you look, that's the cream soda. I mean, these are painted bottles. They look like champagne bottles. Nobody paints labels on anymore. So we went high end with everything, including the packaging.
And like you said, high end, like vintage, like the old fashioned, like soda bottles with the painted. It's not the paper.
Paper, sticker. People just, the one thing we said is we're never going to spare any expense on this product, and we didn't.
And now it's better coming out of glass. I mean,
glass,
soda in glass, nice and cold. It tastes
absolutely.
Yeah. I can give you guys some little personal experience. Me, anytime I would used to always go to Greece for the summers. There's nothing like having a soda on a hot day there out of a bottle in a glass, and it is cane sugar. Most of the time when I grew up over there, it's not the corn syrup. And I would come back and I'd be like, why isn't the soda as good? And it's just something about the sugar, and it's something about the bottle. It makes it better. And now people can get it here and contribute to Gene. How good is that?
You know, if it's not offered in your area yet across the country, you could always go to our website, and it's moneybagsodas.com.
Yeah.
And you can order it. And we have nice Gene Simmons Moneybag shippers that we designed. And so, you know, it's really available to everyone, you know, through our website. And then there's places all across the country that do carry it.
Are you expanding? I was going to say,
sorry.
Are you expanding? So what we found, it's Wegmans, 7-Eleven. I don't know what Tops is.
Tops Markets. That's a chain that's up in it's up in like what
New York,
west through New York into Pennsylvania. They got about 150 stores.
Wow. And Rocket Fizz is another one.
Rocket Fizz, yes.
I don't know what that is as well.
IV.
Okay. Yeah, I know that.
So when it came to distribution, like John was talking about with the website, were you always going to market in stores, or was there ever any consideration or discussion with Gene that, you know, let's make this like an online product? Was there always going to be available in stores, in supermarkets, in 7-Elevens? Was that always part of the deal?
It is. And, you know, getting distribution and people that'll go up and down the street with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's always a big thing. I mean, it is a little bit more expensive to buy online because, you know, shipping and gasoline, you know, everything now. But if you could buy it locally, you know, it does make a big difference. And but we're consistently, you know, getting new distribution, getting new areas, new chains, and we're always on it. And actually, we just signed on with a importer in Norway.
Wow.
He came down to our shop about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. I've been talking to him for about a year, and we have everything registered in Norway, and they're going to be shipping it out very soon. But he did say that it takes 2 months now on a container to get there.
I'm sure.
Yeah. He said it used to be 2-3 weeks, and he said now it's up to 2 months. But he's also, once he gets Norway going, he wanted distribution for Denmark?
Denmark and Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're getting it out. You know, that was always the plan to get it out to as many places, countries across the world, really.
Sure.
You know, not just online.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing about it was the guy from Norway actually found it in Dusseldorf.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And that's where he tried it. And he said he paid 15 euros for one bottle out there.
Wow. Hey, it's worth it. It's Gene Simmons Moneybag Soda.
Right? Absolutely. If you have expensive taste.
Yeah.
That works. Now, working with Gene. So this is stuff that all our listeners seem like you're just like them. Like, love KISS, doing this. You have your own job. You have your own profession. Like, how do you keep the fanboy down and still manage? I mean, I've got to be honest here. It seems like a nice balancing act. And how is he with all that and your interactions with him? And do you get the chance to be like, so Gene, when you wrote Almost Human, why did you decide to go?
Well, the wallet can never contain himself. He's always
okay.
Yeah.
But do you get that? Like, I'm curious. Do you get that availability to be like, hey, why did you write that lyric in this song or anything like that?
It's almost like it's not even real.
Yeah.
But it's really funny because Gene really took to my brother and I and Chris. I think just because we're not yes men, like we just like to sit down, have an intelligent conversation, whether it be music, art, family, just really anything. And we actually, if we don't agree with him, we let him know, and he loves that.
Sure. Yeah.
So like the fanboy stuff, like I still remember we were out in Dallas, Texas. We were going to the 7-Eleven headquarters. We're on our way there. And we were talking, and I said, I was telling him about my kids being little watching KISStory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what song they really liked? And he's like, what? And I said, She's So European.
Okay.
And he's like, da, 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 da. And he's like, that's the song. And I said, yes. He goes, why? Why did and I said it's a great song. I said, I like Unmasked. I think there's some great tunes on
Unmasked is
there. Whether
the Gene songs are.
Whether it was studio musicians or not, there's phenomenal songs on there.
Yeah.
And it was probably like a week later. I'm online, and we would always watch like the videos on YouTube of the Gene Simmons band playing.
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
And he comes on and says, it was something to the fact of, like a fan told me that they liked this song, and he goes, and like everyone freaked out because I don't even know if they ever played it on tour or not. Did they, John?
I don't ever remember them playing it live.
They played it on the Kiss cruise last year. When we went on the Kiss cruise last year. They played it on the indoor show.
Besides like a Kiss cruise.
Yeah.
They played it, I think, when they visited in Lynn, Massachusetts. Me and Tom were planning on going, and for some, I don't remember what happened. We didn't go. And he pulled out all these rarities. And every time I see that YouTube footage and stuff that you're talking about, I want to pull my hair out and be like, we missed this. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He did some great tunes.
He did. And it was funny when he came to Syracuse with the Gene Simmons band, and I asked him, and I looked at the set list. I said, hey, man, you going to play She's So European for me? He goes, do you want to hear it? I said, yeah. And he played it. And it wasn't even on the set list. He played it for me.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So after your initial meeting with Gene and the launching of the product, designing the logo, the name, all that, and it takes off. Is Gene still actively involved with the Moneybag Soda, or is it now your thing? You guys are running it, and he'll maybe check in here and there. Or what's his involvement today with Moneybag?
Well, I talk to him a lot. I mean, I'll be 4:30 in the morning, and he'll text me a photo of the crowd. The one, what were they, just in Brazil? Where were they?
In Europe.
Yeah.
Wherever. No, it was before Budapest.
Okay.
And so like he'll send me, and I always look to see if it's a group text, and it's not. He'll send me these oddball things, but like he's still involved. Like I was talking about the guys from Norway. Like wanted to introduce them to Gene, so we set up a Zoom call, which was I think 2 weeks ago from today, right?
It was probably about 3 weeks. Yeah,
3 weeks ago. It was on a Friday, and so I wanted to introduce him to the guys out in Norway, and he's like, "Okay, do it." It was 3:00 Budapest time. You know what I mean? For us, it was like what, 6 a.m.
It was like 9 a.m.
9, whatever it was. You know what I mean, and so we still talk to him anytime, and this is how great this guy is. Like, not only like he'll call people like buyers for a chain or whatever. We've gone on buyer calls where he comes with me.
Oh, wow.
Up to the headquarters, and it's say like someone has a sandwich shop, and this happened out here. It's a good story. Like he'll actually like do like spots for social media for people, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be some big. It'll be for anybody. Some guy that's got a single like chain, he'll do a video. We'll just tell him, hey, this is the place. Just say some nice stuff, and he'll send it personalized for them to put out on social media.
Wow. That gives me an idea.
Yeah, maybe he could do that for I don't know.
Listen, hey, if we ever want to do a follow-up to this, I'm sure we could we could get something with Gene, get him on too.
We could see something.
Oh, that would absolutely be that would
we have our 200th episode coming up soon, Tom, and I think
that's true.
Perfect.
We'll reach out.
Yeah,
we got
it'll work. It'll work. Now,
that would be a great way to celebrate 200.
Do any of you guys do a good Gene impression, or is that not allowed?
Is it? Yeah, I was just going to say, is that allowed to do the Gene impression? Yeah.
Hey, did you see that?
Well, the tongue looks good. We saw that.
They can't hear that, but
but we need to know, because there's a lot of people out there that love doing the Gene voice.
I could do it. Yeah. That's about as far as I go.
Let me hear you.
Oh yeah,
that one. Oh yeah.
So tell us something for our listeners, or even for Zeus and I. Something about Gene that you learned as a fan or as a businessman that people would be kind of pleasantly surprised to know about him, because the diehards like us, like you guys, like me and Zeus, we know Gene. We've read his books, we've watched his shows, we've followed the band, so we know what kind of guy he is. Is there something that you experienced throughout this whole this project with him that you were like, okay, wow, like Gene is the man?
Well, for me, I think the thing I realized the most, he has his shtick, obviously, where he might come across like he's an asshole or he's very self-absorbed or whatever, but he really isn't. I actually think he's a really good guy. It's the exact opposite of what he puts out there.
Yeah.
I learned that he asks about our kids.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
awesome.
We had a call with him a month ago, and the first 10 minutes of the conversation was, how are the kids?
Mm.
How are they doing? Is everything well? And it's he really cares. He's a good guy. He's a family guy, and I don't think that he shows that. And maybe I'm blowing his cover, but he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he really is a good guy.
I just, me watching him, wherever you go with Gene Simmons, people know who he is. I don't care how old you are, man, woman, whatever. Everyone knows Gene Simmons, and that's a lot of work. I think when you're out and people are just mobbing you wherever you go, and for me to sit back and watch how he handles that and handles himself, and is just generous with his time with everyone, because he's just hounded nonstop wherever he goes. So that was pretty impressive, for me, just watching him do that, and all the way down just to even going to the KISS shows and being backstage and watching what a production it is, and just how professional Gene is and the whole band. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. He totally what John's saying. If I'm sure every one of you guys have watched Family Jewels, the show.
Yep.
And that people watching that, I think, had a different view on him. I know there was set up scenarios and stuff like that. That's just how it goes, the reality shows. But how Gene is like in person on there is exactly
That's him. Yeah.
That's him. Like
Yeah.
he's a generous guy. He actually listens when you talk to him. He does. Like he listens and he remembers. He's got a photographic memory, and he likes to. I think he's just nerds like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of times he doesn't want to deal with those yes men and those those people that are in that entertainment crowd, and they're just agreeing with everything you say. Where like I said, we could talk to him about nice personal stuff and have a great, meaningful conversation. And he really likes to hang out with us. He does. And it's
we were out for dinner and we're watching YouTube videos, laughing over whatever. I don't remember what we were watching. It was music videos. It was some comedy stuff, and it was just like you were there with your buddy.
Yeah,
just enjoying life. It's
cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
He's a generous too. Very generous guy.
Good to hear.
Good to hear. I have nothing bad to say about him. Anything.
Yeah,
he's great.
It's all very endearing when you hear this stuff. That people that know your hero actually tell you what a great guy is.
Phenomenal.
That warms, I'm sure, all the KISS Army's heart.
Yeah.
One thing I want to get back to, and that's the soda. In 5 years, where do you guys see yourselves with the product?
Obviously more flavors. Getting into more countries would be great besides the United States, and getting a nice distribution channel throughout all pockets of the US. We are labeled for Canada, so we're ready to go into Canada.
Bilingual,
yeah. Our packaging is totally legit for Canada. So if you got any Canadian listeners that
we have a lot.
We do
that have ties in distribution,
contact us through our website, moneybagssodas.com.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
And other products too, or other, I guess, packages. We're looking at different types of stuff, maybe like mixer splits or packages that you could actually sell at an event, which would be like maybe aluminum bottle.
Okay.
If it's something that the listeners want in their area, it actually goes a long way to go into the supermarket, go into where you want to see it and say, where do you carry Moneybag Sodas? You should be carrying this. And you hope that there's enough groundswell at that level where they contact us and we can make it happen.
Nice. So tell us, so you mentioned the website. I'm assuming you guys are social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or anything like that. Like where, because our listeners are not only passionate about KISS in the show, they're passionate about any guests that we have on and any products that are involved. So I know that our listeners are going to, I'm sure they're aware of Moneybag Sodas in general, but after hearing you guys talk about this and what you're offering, where can they go if it's not local to them in terms of a retailer? What's the best place to go? What's the website?
Moneybagsodas.com.
Okay. And they can also pick up a sweet t-shirt I saw as well there on the merch page.
T-shirts are for sale. And yeah, we're on Twitter and Instagram.
Facebook.
Yeah, we tag you. I'm the only one who runs Instagram. Tom runs our social media. I tag you guys on our once in a while for our. I know you guys have a good Instagram page as well. Yeah, and it's good to see. I know I'm speaking for myself here, but I'm sure the listeners will agree with me that you guys are three guys just like us. That are business guys, but you're KISS fans. You're all good guys, and you want to support people, small businesses with, good people involved, and it's KISS centric, Gene centric, but they got the point.
We've been KISS fans since we were little. My brother Paul was actually the original one. He's 5 years older, so he got me addicted to KISS. I've been a fan since I was 3 years old in '79. Chris, I actually graduated. Me and Chris graduated together, and we've been friends since 6th grade. He came walking in with a KISS shirt, and I said, "This guy's pretty cool."
Nice, excellent.
Rules, man.
Yeah, we're all roughly about the same age, and we all know what that some of us have had second waves of KISS. The wave when you first knew them as a little kid, and you didn't really understand it, but you saw the makeup and you heard there was music. And then you kind of grew out a little bit, and then you get back into music. You're about junior high, and you're like, oh, I remember I really used to love KISS. And then you're like, now I know why I love KISS. And you start listening again. You get that second wave. There's something nostalgic about KISS, and it's like it's ingrained in us, and it's memories, feelings, sentimental feelings, nostalgia. It's all wrapped up there, and they're still around.
Sure. Yeah. I never stopped listening to KISS since I was 3 years old. It's only gotten more intense and more crazy about it.
Agreed. Agreed.
Put it this way. This is how we tie. Every KISS gets tied into everything. Now, years ago, with our business, we had an accountant, and unfortunately, he had passed away. So we needed somebody new, to take over. And I said, hey, Chris is a KISS fan, and a friend of ours. You know what I mean? So I called his office and I said, I'd like to speak with Chris. And they're like, well, he's not in, could I take a message? And I said, yeah. I said, just tell him it's Vinny Cusano. And I left my number and I knew it. I knew it was him.
And Chris wouldn't call him back.
No, he called me back and he's like, hello? Like he's just not sure what was going on. And, we even started our business relationship through KISS.
Nice. Awesome. He wasn't sure if maybe you're going to be starting to make Cusano Cola or something like that next.
Any cola.
Yeah. I don't think that would fly.
No.
Yeah. Oh, guys, man, this has been a pleasure. And it's great to kind of put the faces now and learn the personalities behind this awesome product. And I can't wait to hopefully get everybody to support you guys, get behind Moneybag Sodas and you guys. Do you one last thing I wanted to ask, and I almost forgot. Any chances of you guys branching out into margarita mixes and things like that? Things that you could bottle that could be like.
I would like to do drinks with vodka or something like that. Like
the stuff that are cool now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would drink them too.
Yes. Nice.
Not in front of Gene, though.
Not in front of Gene. No.
What did you put in this cola? Tastes different. Yeah.
So we got Chris Haick, the wallet, John and Paul Janik brothers, the men behind Gene Simmons Moneybag Sodas. This has been awesome. You guys are great. We're so happy for you guys. The product's awesome. And it's been a thrill to talk to you guys for some time. Talk Kiss and talk Gene Simmons and talk your product. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So, Tom, what do you think?
Another great interview. Pleasantly surprised. 3 great guys. 3 huge lifelong Kiss fans, just like us. Of course, we only released the audio, not the video, but these guys were sitting in a huge room with tons of Kiss merch, the pinball machine behind them, all kinds of great stuff. You could hear the passion in their voices about being in business with Gene, getting the product off the ground and getting it out there and out to the masses, and then just their history as Kiss fans and their love of the band, their love of Gene. Just great stuff, the kind of stuff that we're really proud to be able to have on our show and talk to these guys and spread the word about a product that they're proud of and that we're happy to spread the word about. Great guys, local product, and of course it involves Gene Simmons and Kiss. So how can you go wrong?
Yeah, I found it fascinating. I'll be honest with you. A lot of it is like you put yourself in their shoes. You're going to go meet Gene. You throw it out there. And I love how they like push through with Gene. And then they explain to you, like, I will call you. And then Gene calls them. That's fucking insane. The way they explain it, I found it so rewarding to hear that one of our heroes was this cool. He was totally, this cool.
Yep, I agree.
Right?
Yep.
They're like, no. What you see on Family Jewels, never mind the gimmicks that they put him through, but that's Gene. That's how he is. That's like that funny, self-deprecating, but business-oriented, and that he doesn't treat them like shit. He treats them like you would want to be treated by a business partner. And he's Gene Simmons from
Kiss. Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
Right?
And I think that was the thing about, we got into the business aspect, the product, all that. And then we just got into being a Kiss fan, dealing with Gene one-on-one, the personal side of Gene. It was great. It was really interesting to hear the story of this for sure.
Yeah. And that's the part of the stuff where somebody had written to us earlier about the way we talked when we had like Carrie Stevens on. Like, honestly, I wanted to know as a Kiss fan, how the hell do you separate yourself? You're now working with Gene. Are you like, holy shit? And how did you manage it? And how was he to you? And they were so cool about it. They told us how it worked. They told us some fun stories off the air. And even off the air, these 3 were so cool. So like, hey, we'd love to hook you up with some stuff and product or whatever.
Yep.
Super nice guys. I wish we were up in the Niagara Falls area, like the kid from
Breakfast Club.
From the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, she lives in Niagara Falls. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah. Anyone around here? Were you or were you not motioning to Claire? I just to me, I love these kind of episodes. They're refreshing. I find them fascinating, and the guys are great guys. The Wallet, Paul and John, all fun, all have their own little KISStory and some great stories they were telling us, and some funny ones off the air too.
Yep.
And we hope that you guys hear this and you go buy some of their product and taste it for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we always talk about it, like, put some money into people's pocket. Well, this is a product that Gene is selling. It's fantastic. Tastes awesome. I love soda to my detriment. So I love it. And, we want you guys to try it. And if anything, push it on your supermarket chains and your stores around and ask. Like he said, you want to help? Ask your local, Johnny's Food Master or Stop and Shop or Shaw's or Demula's or Market Basket. Obviously, supermarket chains in Massachusetts. And ask them if they have any Moneybag Sodas there, soft drink. And if you want, tell them, hey, this is how you can get it set up.
That's right.
Yeah. We really appreciated having the guys on. It was a lot of fun, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
Agreed. Yeah. Huge thanks to Chris, Paul, and John. Great guys, great product. Check them out and, spread the word.
Tom, what we do next is we go to question of the week. What do we got?
Well, we got the question of the week, which is brought to us by the wonderful Fusion Tech.
And if anybody else is interested, because we've had a couple people send us some emails, let us know. If you want to become a sponsor of Shout It Out Loudcast, you can. There's plenty of different areas we can post your sponsorship. We can read your advertisement, or we can place it in, whatever you want. We're open to that stuff. So if that's something that interests you, just like Joe Decker, and don't tell me that Joe Decker and Fusion Tech is not gone viral.
Yeah, Fusion Tech.
Let us know if you're interested. Send us something on social media or shout it out loudcast at gmail.com. Shout it out loudcast at gmail.com.
Fusion Tech is a recognized communications contractor specializing in the construction, splicing, testing, and documentation of all types of fiber optic networks. Along with that, Fusion Tech Electric can service all of your electrical construction needs, commercial, industrial, and utility, as well as electrical substation work and all UPS and DC power plant installation. Fusion Tech currently operates throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City, as well as New Jersey and the tri-state area, providing union labor with IBEW Local 3 in New York City and IBEW Local 164 and Local 102 in New Jersey. For more information about Fusion Tech, visit their website at fusiontech-llc.com or call them at 973-650-1357. And our question of the week comes to us from Twitter, CB Cody Brunette. Sorry if I'm screwing that up. Animalize celebrates its 40th anniversary in 2024. So we're about a year and a half away from that. He wants to know, which do you think is most likely? Which do you want the most? An Animalize box set that includes the Animalize live CD and DVD, and off the soundboard from the Animalize tour, or Animalize live to get its own official release on DVD.
I'm not sure that Animalize. Look, I think those 40-year anniversary things are going to be kind of set for iconic Kiss albums. I don't think Kiss is going to do that for Animalize.
No,
I don't. There's not a big, tug on someone's heart like, oh, Animalize. You remember when Animalize? There's none of that. Now, if you say Lick It Up, I get that, because Lick It Up was the first non-makeup, and a lot of people think it's their best non-makeup album. And that I get. But Animalize, So I don't think that's the one. However, I would love a DVD, CD, Blu-ray combo of Animalize Live. That's what I want. An official release by the band. Maybe some commentary, some extra footage, or whatever. I think that would be great.
Yeah. I think what they will do for the 40th anniversary is probably release some leopard spot swirled vinyl fucking thing. Yeah. But like Zeus said, the big box sets, the big celebrations are for Destroyer, Creatures of the Night this fall. And other things like Love Gun, Rock and Roll Over, you get some nice merch, some picture discs. Animalize will be acknowledged. I don't think you're going to get much. I think if you had a shot of anything official from the band, you could get an off the soundboard from this era, because they now seem to be tapping into some different eras. We just got 96. The next one is 77. We've already got a couple of 2000s. Obviously, nothing from the 80s. That's what everybody wants. But a proper Blu-ray 4K remaster of that classic legendary Animalize Live would be great. And just as a sidebar, I just wish Kiss would start releasing DVDs to begin with. Yeah, Dubai. And then they're not releasing any kind of video packaging anymore. They were on a run for a while, and they're just not. But I think if you were interested in something Animalized, I think you keep your fingers crossed for an off the soundboard. You might get one of those. But anyways, great question, CB Cody on Twitter. Thank you so much for contributing. We really appreciate it. Great question. I think a lot of people really love Animalize. I know you love the last 2 songs on the album, Zeus. It's your favorite.
Songs are, sorry, Gene. I'm not a fan.
Murder.
Yeah. But until I see a live version of something with Eric Carr on it.
Exactly.
I'm not holding my breath for something to come out like that.
Yeah, good point. That was my other caveat there, is that we don't know if there's something behind the scenes about not having Eric Carr involved in official merch, as we talked about that unmasked
Let's
t-shirt
see what happens with Creatures of the Night, and then we'll go from there.
Actually, great point. So maybe we don't know what we're talking about. We'll find out how they put that box set together. So
yeah. So Tom, people are listening to us here. I always find it funny that I ask, where can people find us?
Well, people can find us here. But the best place to start for all things Shout It Out Loudcast is our amazing website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. You can find all of our episodes there, all Shout It Out Loudcast, all ARC, Zeppelin Chronicles, rankings from everything that we do, because we love lists, we love rankings. You can go there and click on the link to buy merch. We talked about our Patreon link, our Amazon link. There's a section of friends, all the guests that have been on our show. You can click on them and it'll take you to their respective websites, whether it's Bruce Kulick or Chris Jericho or Greg Prado.
Or our friends from the Boston radio, Mike Shue, Mistress Carey. We've got some new ones that went on. Our friend, Courtney Cronin, Dole, Kulick, Lane,
Spencer Cook.
Simmons Tweed.
Exactly. So please, and you can also comment directly on the episodes from there, and there's also a place to send a general message to us too. So interact on there as well. And then of course we always mention our email, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Please keep those coming. And then our social media, which we're very active, our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, direct messages on all those, and of course YouTube. There's a lot of ways to get in touch with us and stay part of the program, part of the show. We love that. And of course, we mentioned earlier our wonderful Patreon family. Huge shout out to Brad Baird this week. Huge fan of the show, so we're glad he's part of that. And we're part of the wonderful Pantheon podcast network of shows. Tons of great shows like the aforementioned Cobras and Fire with LC that we mentioned earlier. Our buddy Jay from The Hook Rocks. Tons of great shows there. Check them out. You can visit them on their website or their social media as well. So tons of places to find us. So please check us out. But the best is the website. That's the catch-all.
Yeah, and you can always DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Tom, we're over 700 on YouTube. Yeah. So let's move that up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find it. If you listen to us there, thank you. Share it. Post stuff on there. Comment on there. That helps us move up the food chain, and it helps the show grow. There's another way. Hey, how can I help? Subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you tell your friends. And everybody else can too as well. Then go on to and give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple iTunes, Podchaser, Spotify, Facebook, anywhere you can give a 5-star. Good Pods is another place that people are starting to use. That's another place that is very helpful to us. But iTunes is always the best. Let's be honest. That's where a lot of the people leave their feedback. And we actually have one from a friend called Bootleg Friend, and he's in Canada.
Uh-oh. Could this be somebody that we might know? But we won't mention because in case
I think we know who this is.
Okay. I do too.
Must Listen Podcast. My favorite podcast, and the only one I make a point of listening to every week. The guys don't take things too seriously, and the show is always entertaining. They speak their minds, which is refreshing in this day and age. Listening often results in actual laughing out loud. Always entertaining, and they have some great guests, like today.
Mm-hmm.
They are something of a trendsetters. As many other KISS podcasts, new and old, are borrowing ideas and material from Shout It Out Loudcast.
This is not a burner account for me and Zeus.
No, I think we know who this is.
I do
too.
Guy too. I do too. Great guy.
Yep. You wanted the best and you got the best. The hottest podcast in the world, Shout It Out Loudcast. Now grab a mellow yellow and a slice and sit and enjoy. Brace yourself for laughter. Bootleg Friend from Canada, thank you for that. We greatly appreciate it. You know your hockey.
Thanks, Paul. No, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. We always appreciate the kind words and the long time support for the show, and also, of course, taking the time to actually put together a 5-star review. Much appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, those are the things that mean a lot to us, and we
Absolutely.
really appreciate that. If you guys want another way to help the show, go give us one of those 5-star child reviews on any platform that allows you to do so.
Yes.
That's very appreciated. You can email us. We love reading the emails. We try to get to as many as we can, but we read them all.
Yes.
At shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. There you can tell us your thoughts, ideas about an episode, questions you might have, or advertising. Whatever you want, you can reach us there. You can always go to our fucking fantastic new website, shoutitoutloudcast.com, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Tom had mentioned you got all sorts of things there. I personally love the rankings. I can't wait.
Yep.
And Tom unfortunately has the duty of updating it.
So, I love it. You kidding me? I love that.
I love when we get to update it, like we just did the live off the soundboard. So if you go to the live albums in the ranking section, you see where we put the last off the soundboard. Those are fun things. Lists. Me, I'm a list guy. I love looking. And there's sections there you guys can comment. You can say Zeus is out of his effing mind for putting that song in the top 10 of Kiss songs, or that he has Paul Stanley solo album above Aces, whatever. We love hearing that feedback. It's always something that we always cherish when we see your comments and feedback on that. So that's greatly appreciated. The other thing is, if you look, I've been trying to add as many of the photos as well up there. You see some of our fellow podcasters, our friends, the guests on their show. You click on their headshots, you go right to their links.
Mm-hmm.
So the guys that we just had tonight, they'll be on there and they'll have their own little link. You click on that, you can go right to Moneybag Sodas.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's something we like to do and give them a thanks for coming on our show. And then, you have the merch. You click the merch button there and you go right to our section where you can buy Shout It Out Loudcast t-shirts, then take a photo of yourself in that t-shirt, hopefully at an event, and send it to us and we'll put you on the website like we've been doing. And there's tons of people on there. Now we just put in a couple of photos of a few of our people that we met at Creatures Fest. Our first friend that we met, that's a female, our lady friend Tracy.
Love Tracy. There. Yeah, Tracy.
We obviously confirmed a second lady listener today.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
So now we got 2 that we know of.
That's right. They exist.
There are more, but you get the point. The merch is there. Another way to contribute to the show. It's always a big help.
Yep.
So, and in addition, Tom, you will find us on a few different shows probably this week. So by the time this airs, you will have heard I jumped on with Jay, our buddy from the Hook Rocks, who comes on with us and does the Zeppelin Chronicles. Zeppelin 3 will be coming up soon. I went on with Jay and we did a legacy where we talk about Whitesnake, the band, a lot of the early stuff.
Nice.
Which is my favorite part of Whitesnake. We went through the Whitesnake catalog, talked about the band, David Coverdale. That was a lot of fun. I did that with Jay, so that's out right now. And then, Tom, in addition, people may find everybody's favorite sidekick, Murph. He joins me on our buddy Stevie Flight's show on the Flight with him. Jason Warden, another fellow Shout Out Loudcaster, and everybody's favorite advertiser, Joe Decker from
Fusion Tech.
Yeah. And Tom, we went on that show and we talked about one of my favorite bands, top 10 list of the Eagles.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. You're really upset you didn't make it for that one.
I can see you getting all bunged up for them making you
listen to Try and Love Again. But that was a ton of fun. And having Murph on with me talking Eagles, fan-fucking-tastic.
Nice.
And those guys are really hitting their stride. Give them a listen. They're a lot of fun. And having Joe and Jason out joining Stevie's is a great addition. I think those guys have a fun podcast, and give them a listen, especially this week with me and Murph talking about the Eagles.
There you go. Nice. Very good.
Tom, what we like to do, we always like to end with famous last words, and that is lyrics to Kiss songs. You got any?
The sky is falling, and the wheels of life are grinding out a brand new beat. The streets are burning with the call of the wild, and I can feel the heat.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
1, 2, 3, 4. You've got a lot to say. Every night and every sunny day. It's the same thing you've been saying to me every day.
Nice. Great deep cut.
Oh,
so good.
Hotter than hell, man. Just some reason doesn't get the love that it deserves, in my opinion.
Can't wait to do that album review.
Oh.
That's gonna be a fucking blast.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
Gene.
John, Paul, the Wallet, Tom, Kiss Army, and Loudcasters. Thank you.
Huge thanks to Paul and John Janik and Chris Haick, the Wallet. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with us and talking about the wonderful Moneybag Soda. And everybody else out there, thank you so much. And I always say this, thank you for the continued kind words of support. You have no idea how much that means to me. I really appreciate it. And Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Make sure you check out their website, Gene Simmons Moneybag.com. And peace out, Girl Scout.
And anybody that tells you that they want less money in life, be suspicious of this person. This is a liar.